First press conference from Game 2 of the Championship Series will feature the Oklahoma Sooners. We'll be joined by student athletes Jocelyn Allo and G. Juarez. And following that, we'll have head coach Patty Gasso. Our first press conference from Game 2 of the Champ Series will feature Oklahoma. We'll have Jocelyn Allo and G. Juarez, and then head coach Patty.
Can Lindsay come up here? Can Lindsay come up here?
This is the Champ Series Game 2 press conference featuring the Oklahoma Sooners. We're joined by Jocelyn Allo and G. Juarez. And we will start with James Hale.
Hey, I'd like to ask both of you a question, if you don't mind. G, again, you give up a hit early or run early, you settle down and you pitch as well as you've ever pitched, and congratulations, but I'd like your thoughts on that. And Jocelyn, the offense needed to get going, and you guys got it going late, but man, when you did, you guys went to that, passing that bat down the line, and talk about that a little bit, if you don't mind.
Start with G, please.
Yeah, I did settle in, and I think my hitters came up to me and they were just like, "We got you, we have your back." And I think for me, it was just all about keeping them in that game. They had my back. They're always going to have my back. And I think when I go out there every time, even if I do give up a hit, like, I just got to keep them in the game, and they're going to do their thing and just get them back in the dugout to hit.
Jocelyn?
I was kind of just keeping the offense locked in the game the whole time, and I was telling them the adjustments we needed to make, and we made them there in the end. And it was just a matter of just passing the torch. Just one hitter goes, another hitter goes, another hitter goes. So just kind of keeping that ball rolling.
Eric Bailey?
Hey guys, this is for both of you. It appeared that you guys grouped together in the hallway before the fifth inning. What was shared among the team, and how much that really inspired that late run from you guys?
Start with Jocelyn, please.
When we gathered there in the fifth, we were like, okay, like just kind of calming ourselves down a little bit and just knowing that we were hitting the ball hard, so something was going to fall and something was going to start. A rally was going to start, so it was just a matter of keeping us calm and practicing our breathing techniques that we've practiced all the time.
G?
I wasn't there for that, so I don't know.
Good answer. I like that. Karen?
Jocelyn, did you know it was out when you hit it, the home run? And when's the last time you circled the bases that quickly?
I did know it was out, and I think the last time I've circled the bases that quickly was probably my freshman year, my first ever home run.
Chandler Engelbrecht?
Hey guys, I have a question for both of you involving that final out. G, how did it feel to see that one, go the way that it did? And then from your perspective, Jocelyn, how did it feel seeing G seal this one up?
Start with G, please.
I was just super pumped. My hitters gave us a chance to win that game, and I think I just had to do my job, and that's what I did. And I'm excited because now we're right there.
Jocelyn?
I knew G was going to keep us in that game. She's been red hot this whole time, and I had no doubt in my mind that we were going to back her up with the offense, and I was just constantly in her ear like, I got you, and I had her there in the fifth, and the rest of the team had her too.
Joey Helmer?
Yeah, G, you obviously were able to keep the team in the game. The rally had to happen, but just keeping the team in the game, your mindset throughout those few innings where it's the 2-0, 2-1 game, and just kind of keeping it right there for your offense to make that rally.
Yeah. You kind of just said it all. I was just, again, doing my job, and I don't know. I was just locked in for them.
Brian Aber?
Yeah, a question for each of you. For Jocelyn, if you could just talk about that, the pitch on that home run. It seemed like a difficult one to try to get out and drive out of the park. And then for Giselle, how are you feeling right now? And you feel like you would go tomorrow?
I'm sorry, Ryan. Is that it?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Start with Jocelyn, please.
I knew I was feeling good off her the whole game, so it was just a matter of staying calm and trying to hit a pitch hard, and I saw it, and I smacked it.
Everyone's feeling a little fatigued. It's been a long tournament, but, I'm ready to go. I am pumped, and I think adrenaline's just going to take over, and we're just going to have fun.
Abby Bitterman?
Yeah, Jocelyn, I just wanted to ask about what happened after you hit that home run. The way that the floodgates seemed to kind of open for all the hitters that came behind you. Just did it feel like your home run kind of maybe started something for the team?
Yeah, I think so. But we were like hitting the ball hard the whole game, so just one falling, and after that, the ball just kept on rolling, and offense was starting to do their thing like we know how to. So, I guess it started the rally.
All right, last one for our student athlete, Ryan Chapman.
Hey, this one's for Jocelyn. I know you've got bigger fish to fry tomorrow, but did you know in the moment that that was the home run to set the home run record? And then what was that moment like, just as far as like reflecting on the whole year, knowing that you set it here with this crowd?
I didn't really think too much about it, but like now that you asked, like it's a very cool thing to happen to me. And I think it just goes to show how much work that I put into this, and how much JT and me have been working this whole off season. So it's just a testament to him and what he's done, and Coach Gasso for just keeping me sane.
Jocelyn, G, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We'll
Have a
see you
good day.
tomorrow. Joined now by head coach Patty Gasso. Coach, we will start with Jenny Carlson.
Hey, Patty, just wanted to ask you a little bit about Giselle. Obviously used sparingly before this tournament, but 4 huge wins by her. Just how did she stay so locked in, so ready to go? And then as far as tomorrow, are you thinking about bringing her back to pitch again tomorrow?
I'll first start with the fact that she has been waiting for this moment, and I don't know. I think sometimes when you're away from the game or you really want that moment and you're not getting it, it just kind of takes you to another place of like, why am I not getting this? What do I have to do to get the ball more? And that started happening in postseason. And she has turned into postseason form because she kind of let go of some of the things that were holding on to her, like in her mind, second guessing and questioning and thinking too much. So you're seeing a very free Giselle Juarez, which is what we did see in 2019. But it's a different G. It's very determined, unfazed right now. So it's really exciting to see that. Yes, tomorrow. I'm not telling you if she's going to start or not because I don't know any of that yet. We got to go back and just work out how we're going to go about this. But everything is on the table right now. You got to do everything you can to find a way to win this. So whatever we have to do, and I know she'll do whatever she has to do as well.
Ryan Aber.
Yeah, Patty, I want to ask you about the other storyline of the game, that 6th inning and Jocelyn Allo especially. What that home run, the record, the way that it brought y'all back from the lead, the way that y'all reacted to that, just how big was that to shift the momentum back so quickly to your side?
It's the difference in the game, without question. I mean, Giselle did such a great job, but offensively, we were just not we were not having a lot of success. And Jocelyn is always the shot in the arm. She's a one in everybody's ear. It could be really easy for a hitter like her to just say, you know what, I'm that good and nobody else is. What are you guys doing? And she is right in the middle of this. She is right in the middle of this team and trying to help them get rallied. She's not too big for these guys. She definitely is a great team player. So we, without question, needed that, and she was the spark throughout the game, without question.
Austin Curtright.
Yeah, Patty, just following up on what Ryan just asked. Obviously, Jocelyn had the big 2-out triple against UCLA and then that hit tonight. Just, what is it about her that gives her this sort of, ability to step up in big games like this when the team needs to hit the most?
She is very, very unfazed by anything, and she believes that she can beat any pitcher, any time, any place, and she usually does. And that is Jocelyn. She's very, very prideful of her hitting, and it bleeds into our team. But there are times when it would be really easy to get frustrated, and she doesn't. She trusts in her team, and whenever she can spark us, we seem to follow that. So she is just there's no words to explain how important she is to this team.
James Hale?
Patty, the offense got going to the point they were passing the torch, so to speak, or getting it going. It took a while to get that going. Now that it has, though, hitting's contagious a little bit. I know you guys have been blasting all year, but you think this could be a good omen for tomorrow, couldn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, we felt momentum come to we were just dead silent there for a while. After Gianna Johns hit her solo home run, it was just ground ball after ground ball, and everybody was a little frustrated, and we kept trying to rally and talk about things and make adjustments, and things weren't working very well. And that's a credit to Florida State's pitching staff. They did a great job, and good pitchers can get good hitters out a lot. But I don't know. It was definitely Jocelyn Allo that kind of created this energy, and everybody just started to step up behind her. The momentum is definitely on our side. This team felt really good, very excited about how they won, even though it was late in the game. It's a victory that puts us in a championship game to win it all, and that's a big deal for this group. They fought very hard throughout the season to get here, so should be an exciting day tomorrow.
Elizabeth Merrill?
Could you describe your team's confidence level both last night after the game and heading into the sixth inning when things were, the game was, you were down 2-1 and down to 6 outs?
Are you talking last night? I'm confused with your question. I'm sorry.
No, I think she was referencing tonight. What was the confidence level after losing last night and then being down 2-1 heading into the sixth?
I see. Okay. Confident. The team was down last night. We didn't play well at all. We didn't pitch very well. We just didn't do many things well last night. And when you still have the tying run coming up to home plate, you just got to pick things out of that game that you can build off of for the next game. The attitude that this team had is we don't lose 2 games in a row. We just don't. We haven't dealt with that all season. We referenced some times back in our season where we've been up against the wall and how we fought back to win games. So we went back into our season and, like I said, just tried to get their memories back to how they fought through things. They were not going to quit tonight. I know that. I know that about this team. They were going, although it wasn't going well for us, they did not quit. And again, it's Jocelyn Allo and Giselle Juarez and Lou Donahue making big plays. There were some really big momentum plays on defense. Grace Lyons making a great play at shortstop. Those are things that we can build off of, and we needed that. Even though it came late, didn't matter. We built off of it.
Graham Hayes.
Hi, Patty. You mentioned earlier that we're seeing a freer G now, that she's let go of some of the stuff mentally. By the time you get to May or June, was there anything that you or Jen could do to speed that up, or did you just have to kind of sit back and wait and watch and hope that it would come?
We did a lot of talking, really tried to figure out what she needed to let go of. So we were always working with her. But it's so hard, and any coach could tell you, when it has something to do with what's going on mentally, you can give them cues and you can try to help them, but ultimately it's a player just deciding, I can't take this anymore. This is ruining my career. It's really messing with the fun that I have with the game. and you just got to wait. You got to wait sometimes until they get that figured out. So with Giselle, it started coming slowly towards the end of the season, and really came alive in postseason. So she'll tell you the only thing she's going to remember about her career is this last week.
Josh Calloway.
Yeah, Patty, it's become, a pretty big topic of conversation over the course of WCWS of softball needing to institute replay. Obviously, Mendez's call in the first inning brought that back up again. Is that something you'd like to see added? And has it been frustrating, see these calls that you're pretty confident?
Thank you for asking that question. We have over 40 cameras here, and there's a reason why we cannot have instant replay. I don't know how many college programs don't have it. I think more do have it. We're on the biggest stage there is. I've never come out of umpires are human, and coaches come out and they argue calls. I just feel like there's been so much of coaches coming out of their dugouts to question calls, and probably a lot of them are right. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but it's certainly for peace of mind and for the good of the game, we want things to be right. Umpires want things to be right. So I have no reason. You're hearing a lot of us coaches just, we're baffled. Why don't we have instant replay? Baseball has it. Volleyball has it. Why doesn't softball have it, especially on the biggest stage? It's only fair. It's fair for both programs, for all teams in the World Series, everyone in the postseason. If it takes a little extra time, our sport is that good that people aren't going to leave. And if they leave, personally, I would say I would rather a fan leave viewership and us get the call right. It's what the game deserves. It's what our players deserve. It's what our players deserve. And I think everyone's, there's just, it's timing. It's all about timing. We want your game to be finished and get done by a certain time. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. We deserve that.
Coach Gasso, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This is the Championship Series Game 2 press conference featuring the Florida State Seminoles. We are joined by Elizabeth Mason and Catherine Sandercock. Questions for our student athletes. We will begin with Eric Bailey.
Hey guys, this is for both players. Can you just talk about forgetting this game and moving on to game 3 and playing for a national championship?
Start with Elizabeth.
Yeah, I mean, any game, win or loss, is just a rearview mirror game. You put it behind you, doesn't affect the next game. We knew that they were going to come out swinging today. We knew they'd be a different team today, so we'll be a different team tomorrow, be a little bit better than we were today, and just do what we can tomorrow to get the win.
Catherine?
Yeah, I mean, coming into it, we knew it was going to be a dogfight. We knew that they're a great team. We knew they were going to make adjustments in the box. So that's what we got. That's what we saw. And This is why it's a 3-game series. You got to beat us twice, or we got to beat them twice. So we're ready to get after it tomorrow.
Austin Cartwright.
Yeah, hi. My question's for Catherine. Wanted to ask you, you're doing a pretty good job there of keeping the OU's offense from, hitting the ball in the air, forcing a few ground balls there. And then wanted to ask you about the home run that Jocelyn Allo hit. Were you surprised that she hit that ball? It seemed like it was in a good spot there down in the zone.
Yeah, I think, there was a tight strike zone, and so I was trying to find the strike on the outside corner, and I couldn't at first, and so then I had to come a little bit back in on her, and I think that, in that situation, maybe I should have thrown an inside pitch. Hindsight's 20/20, but she's a great hitter. It's hard to be upset with yourself when Jocelyn Allo hits a home run off of you, so, tip your cap. It was a hard pitch to hit, and she hit it hard.
Catherine, you've done an amazing job in the postseason and the World Series. Is it fun for you as a pitcher to face a lineup like Oklahoma and to challenge them and get after them?
It's so fun. It's what you work for all year long. It's the position that every pitcher wants to be in. Every pitcher wants to be out here fighting for a national championship. So I'm very grateful to be here. I've put in the works, and it's just, the whole team just has to go after it and get it. But yeah, it's super fun, and we're all just really happy to be here.
Well, Elizabeth, you guys have done an amazing job of passing the bat, certainly in the last 2 games, but throughout the World Series. What does that mean? Is that just sharing information? Is that feeding off momentum? What does that mean to you guys?
Pass the bat just means do the job that you can, whether it's bunt, get them over, whatever it may be, and give that chance to the next batter behind you to do their job as well. And if we can continue to do that, that means we're putting hits together. That means we're getting runs across the board. So, pass the bat just means kind of like get a rally going or, put some hits together.
Elizabeth Merrill?
Catherine, 2 questions. First of all, how is your leg? And also, when you play a team like Oklahoma, do you always kind of you always kind of have that feeling that, they've got these hitters that, can completely change an inning. I guess, what's that like going up against an offense like that?
Yeah, my leg is fine. It's fine. I'll probably have a bruise, but nothing too bad. And going against an offense like OU, I think that you can kind of take it 2 ways. You can get really into the numbers and be super intimidated by them, or you could just stay within yourself, stay grounded, and remember that, a drop ball is a drop ball no matter who you're pitching it to. The mound is still 43 feet away. It's still softball. It's still what we've been working for all year long. So, just trying to focus on pitching my game rather than pitching to the Oklahoma lineup.
Kurt Weiler?
Elizabeth, you broke through again early tonight with the home run, and from there, Juarez really settled in and kind of limited what you were able to do in terms of stringing the heads together and all that. I guess, what was she doing that was making it so hard to kind of get on base against her?
I would say me personally, she threw me that slow spinner away my second at bat, but I made the adjustment my third at bat. Their left fielder made a great play. I'd say we were barreling her up the majority of the game. I don't think that we were out of the game at any point in time. Didn't fall, but it might tomorrow. We're going to make adjustments the same way they're going to make adjustments. And she's a great pitcher. We have a great hitting staff as well. So we're just going to have to get after it tomorrow, get some scouting under our belts, and play another game.
Melvin Stith?
Thank you. Elizabeth, when you're playing a team for the 3rd time, do you have to make a whole lot of adjustments to come back, or do you think you just have to play a little bit better and continue to do what you're doing to get the win?
Say a little bit of both. Just trying to get 1% better could be the difference between a win and a loss, but at the end of the day, you do have to make adjustments. Every game, both teams are collecting a lot of information, so they're going to know more about me and how I performed against their pitchers, and I'm also going to know more about their pitchers and, their defense. So I think both teams are going to be making adjustments. Both of us are going to come out tomorrow with maybe slightly different game plans, and then we're going to have to make in-game adjustments as well, but not necessarily completely changing the game of softball. You don't come out tomorrow with an entirely different game plan. But you do have to come in with a little bit of a different mindset maybe than you had before.
Ronald Smith.
Yes, this is Ronald E. Smith. My question is for both athletes. A year ago, we didn't have any softball. Now there will be a game 3. Just for that, talk about the moment and feeling, knowing that you get a chance to play in that game and the moment to win a title.
Start with Kat, please.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I think that it's tough coming off a loss right now, but when you look in the big picture, we're 1 win away from national championship, which is just so cool. And, again, we're all just really grateful to be here. We're really happy for each other. We're playing for each other right now, and that's really all you can ask for. So it feels really great to get another game tomorrow, to get another game in this jersey. It means the world to us.
Elizabeth.
I would say that even taking aside last year and the COVID year, there's 2 teams left in the nation right now. I think every game we play at this point, it's like a free game of softball. You get to go out there one more time, put the jersey on, play with your sisters to the left and the right of you, and just get after the sport that you've been playing your whole life. I don't think anyone expected us to be here, so the fact that we're here is, to me, it's just a blessing to be able to play one more pitch, one more hit, whatever, one more inning, whatever the situation may be. So it would have been great to win today, but it'll be great to win tomorrow too. So,
Kat, Elizabeth, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow.
thank you guys.
We are now joined by head coach Lonnie Alameda. Coach, we will begin with Tom Tibbetts.
Hey, Coach, do you kind of look at tonight's game as not only just chances for learning opportunities, but just the way for your team to kind of drop the hammer, get the little bit of maybe whatever jitters were out, the negatives, and kind of come back for game 3 refocused with all the right things ready to do?
How do we do that? Sorry, I couldn't really hear you in the beginning. Did you ask how we do that?
Yeah, I think you did. That was.
Sorry.
Tom, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, Coach. Microphone difficulties here.
Yeah,
just with that game, do you look at it as just learning opportunities and now just kind of getting the nervous jitters out, all the negatives, and just being able to come back refocused for game 3?
Yeah, I don't think there's any negatives. We're playing for a national title. There's 2 teams left. It was a dogfight. They took advantage of some swings, and there was a couple extra base runners that we allowed to have happen, and pitching and defense has been a thing for us. So, I knew it was going to be a tough game. So it's just more about just showing up tomorrow and playing than anything that was negative. I think it was very positive. It was fun. It was a great environment. I thought our team showed up, did great, nothing to hang their heads about, and get after it tomorrow.
Melvin Stith.
Thank you. Coach, it was really just one big inning tonight that really doomed your team. Do you think that, in the fact that you guys have been super resilient all year, that will help you tomorrow to come back and play better?
Yeah, definitely. You're not any different this time of year than you've been all along. I think that we'll be able to flush it and get after it. It's game 3 for a national championship, and I think we keep saying that over and over again. But the opportunity to play tomorrow is going to be so much fun. So I know every one of our players wants to be out there, and I think Elizabeth said it the other day. You got to risk it to win it, or whatever her comment was. But that's the point tomorrow. It's do or die. One goes home with a trophy, and the other one's the number 2 team in the country, and it's pretty awesome. So I think tonight, get some rest, get some water. It's supposed to be hot tomorrow, and just get after it.
Kurt Weiler.
Catherine's stat line probably not indicative of her performance tonight, especially through those first 5 innings. Did you see she seemed pretty upbeat, kind of talking to us just now. Do you kind of see her bounce back quickly? And I'm sure you'll need her in some capacity tomorrow.
Oh, for sure. I'm probably a little nervous in the beginning, everyone when they get out there for the first time and kind of leading the team. But I think she's settled down fine and got after it and gave us a chance, right? We were right there and gave us a chance. And, you got facing a home run hitting team. And if they get solo shots, so what? We get a chance to go to bat. So Yeah, we've got all our pitchers ready to go. Everyone got a little taste of it. Even Emma Wilson got out there. So all hands on deck tomorrow. And I think that we got a lot of information on their hitters. We got a good feel as a pitching staff and the defense, what they bring. And so just got to get after it and compete tomorrow.
Elizabeth Merrill.
Who do you think you'll start tomorrow?
Don't know yet.
Ira Schaffel.
It seemed like Elizabeth and Catherine were embracing the mindset that you're kind of embracing right now. Was the whole team that way? Did you guys have to talk about that, or did they just have that organically through the course of the game?
Yep, no, Travis Wilson brought the group together right afterwards, and, just, hey, we knew it was going to be tough, and at the beginning of the year, you said we were one of the last 2 teams in the country. Would you want to be in Game 3? Heck yeah, you would. Let's go, flush it. Let's get home, get some rest, watch a little video, and let's go play for it. So it doesn't take too long to talk to the players, and their heads are up, and yeah, let's play. And so you're over it, you flush it, and you move on. So I think the message was sent, but I also know all the players are all into that too.
Which I think the ACC is probably a little undervalued this year. Do you think, Duke and Clemson, Virginia Tech, Notre Dame, NC State, all very good teams. Do you think that how much did they help you prepare for postseason this year?
How's today help us prepare?
No, how did the ACC schedule
Oh.
going those teams help
Gotcha.
you prepare for postseason?
Yeah, I think just playing softball, but yeah, definitely the ACC has risen. We didn't get to play Clemson and got to see them, at the ACC tournament to get to play them. But, Kegel's awesome. They're going to be great in the future. Vautech, look what they did. I think Keely Richard's awesome. She's going to be in our league for a long time. So, you got to earn respect in and year out. I still don't think the ACC, even though we won a championship, I even know at times now people don't even know who's coaching on our coaching staff or, half the time they're getting our names wrong. But, you got to year in and year out prove it, and we got to do it as a conference, and we're up for the challenge. And we're here representing the ACC, but there's going to be way more teams here in the future at the World Series that are from the ACC too, just because of that fight mentality, and we want to be here.
Kurt Weiler?
Not obviously the offensive production in terms of showing up with hits and runs from the other night, but it seemed like even a lot of the outs were kind of loud outs, a lot of barreling up Juarez. I guess how much confidence does that give you if you kind of are facing her again tomorrow? What maybe some of those might find the ground?
Yeah, definitely. It was both ways, right? You're throwing punches, and the loud outs. It's just you got to take advantage of the errors or the miscommunication or the walks. Those are the big things. So when you're facing a team that is home run, extra base hit. Obviously, every one of their hitters can do some damage, but you're holding them down, at the same mindset with us. They made some great plays with us, too. So we've seen all of their pitchers. We know what they have. They know what we have. There's going to be no secrets tomorrow. It's just guts and grit tomorrow, and who could take advantage of the momentum.
Elizabeth Merrill? Elizabeth?
Oh, I didn't have anything.
Okay. Ira Schaffel?
You just touched on it in your last answer, but both teams made some fantastic defensive plays. It seems like the style, the overall play for this series has been at a really high level. How much fun has it been as a coaching staff to just be a part of this battle?
Yeah, a team prepares all season long, not just for the big swing. It's the pitching, it's the defense, it's the base running, and this series right now has shown, the cuts and relays, the great plays in the outfield, the great glove work in the infield, the communication. It's any little kid watching this softball game in this tournament right now has got to be pretty excited about, making her entire softball game pretty complete. And as a coach, it's really cool to see, because way back in the day, probably when I played, it was a lot of pitching and hitting, and that was it. And it went too athletic in the playing field. And now there's so many great plays and shifts, and it's just a lot of fun. And as a fan, I can't imagine the momentum swings back and forth, and every person that comes up to the plate, there's something that's going to happen, and it's just really engaging, which is why our sport is so popular right now, and so many people are tuning in. It's just it's a really fun game. So from the dugout, it is too.
Last one for Coach Melvin Stiff.
Coach, you mentioned how popular softball is getting. Last night, it was the third highest rated sporting event on TV with almost 1.9 million viewers. Do you guys feel that? Are you guys extra pump that, you're helping the game, but also the Florida State program is getting some super great exposure as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to comprehend sometimes. We've always been about growing the game, so it is definitely about Florida State softball and the ACC for sure. But you want the game to be great, and you want people to fall in love with what what our passion is all about. I think right now I've been more wowed just because I'm here living it, and there's 10,000 people in the stands yelling for softball, and maybe 9,000 are for Oklahoma, maybe 1,000 are for us. But it's the game of softball has brought us together, and I think that's so awesome. So, having been here as a student and played here at the University of Oklahoma, and to see how it's grown, just super proud of all of us that put the time in. Really excited for the kids that are playing on the field because they're going to continue to grow this game, and just taking it all in these moments right now. It's a very, very fun, popular, exciting game that we're putting on the field.
Coach Alameda, thank you for your time as always. We appreciate it.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you tomorrow.
All right, bye.